Hi friends, Principal Rabb-Patterson. May the 4th be with you. That's right, it is Monday, May 4th, 2020. And for May the 4th, we are going to read Star Wars Search Your Feelings, a Galactic Basic Edition. And this is written by Calliope Glass and Caitlin Kennedy and illustrated by Katie Cook. Happy, hopeful, lonely, sad, excited, anxious, guilty, mad. The galaxy is an emotional place. Feelings are still felt way out there in space. You are not alone, so don't be blue. Just search your feelings, you know it to be true. And here we go, Star Wars, Search Your Feelings. An adventure in rhyme and space awaits. Search your feelings, you know it to be true. Excited. Long before he turned to the dark side, oh so scary, little Anakin, just a boy, was quite the contrary. He wanted to fight for what was right, so he gave Qui-Gon the slip, and with R2 he flew into space and blew up a battleship. Anakin was excited, elated, ecstatic. He knew he had saved the day. He would begin Jedi training and learn from the best. He wanted to start right away. Jealous. Anakin Skywalker is strong in the Force and a very powerful Jedi. He wants a promotion to Master of Course, which the Council is quick to deny. Anakin Skywalker is stuck as a knight, and the rejection hurts his pride. He's jealous, resentful, and bitter, you see. He's heading toward the dark side. Embarrassed. Jar Jar's a hungry Gungan. His belly never stops rumbling, so when he spied a snack, he opened his trap and tried to gobble it, fumbling. See, Qui-Gon's a Jedi master. His reflexes work a bit faster. He grabbed Jar Jar's tongue, leaving him embarrassed. No fun. This dinner had turned to disaster. Afraid. Padme has a secret, one she's afraid to tell. Worried and frightened, she waits and she frets, her concerns she can't dispel. She married her friend Anakin, and now they're having twins. The problem is their love is forbidden, and thus all their trouble begins. Suspicious. Sinister Sidious, Chancellor Palpatine, who were really one. A Sith Lord with an evil plan, though who suspected none. Not quite so. There was one person who was a bit suspicious. Mace Windu, in all his wisdom, since Palpatine was vicious. Hopeful. One bright star is how it all began, the rebellion, the resistance, the princess with the plan. Leia understood, she knew the Empire's demands. Her ship was under attack, she held the future in her hands. Hopeful, she hurried and hid her treasure well. All because of Leia, we have the greatest tale to tell. Confused. These aren't the droids you're looking for, the old man calmly stated. But the stormtroopers were confused, mixed up and agitated. For these were the droids the troopers needed. Surely the old man was wrong. But Obi-Wan just waved his hand, and the trooper said, "Move along." Confident. A secret mission, an important task? Obi-Wan needed a ride, no questions asked. Han offered his service, confident, not nervous. After all, the Falcon was fast. Disgusted. Stinky, smelly, rotten, protrude. A trash compactor is no fun. Then again, say what you will, they're not bad if you're on the run. But something's moving underfoot and the walls are closing in. Maybe compactors aren't so great when you're trying to save your skin. Leia, Luke, Han, and Chewie, disgusted and stuck in slime, frantically called 3PO to get out just in time. Calm and steady, strong and still, reaching out with pure will. Yoda stands, a master Jedi, cane in hand, head held high. He feels the Force flowing, flexing, and raises up a dripping X-Wing. Guilty.
Han had counted on Lando, his buddy, to hide him from the Empire. Lando's loyalties may have been a bit muddy, but against Han he would never conspire. Poor Han had been wrong. He couldn't believe it. He'd been as wrong as one could be. Lando was guilty, and Vadar was there, and Han had nowhere to flee. Surprised. Luke thought he was an orphan, the only Skywalker around, but the boy was in for quite a shock. The truth would truly astound. The mysterious villain, the evil Darth Vader, was actually a Skywalker, a Jedi named Anakin, a hero who turned, and most shocking of all, Luke's father. Poor young Luke was startled and stunned. He was just so very surprised. He wasn't a baby. He was almost a grown, but he couldn't help it, so he cried. Anxious. A protocol droid in a chair, as anxious as could be, he rose from the ground and spun through the air and shrieked like a banshee. The Ewoks were very impressed. They thought 3PO was a god, but it was really Luke using the Force, as the Ewoks oohed and awed. Sad. A droid is made up of many a part, but if you didn't know it, you'd think R2 had a heart. Luke's faithful friend, the droid, long served him well, but when the Jedi disappeared, into despair R2 fell. For years the droid sat, he sulked and he pinned, feeling sad and blue R2 had been left behind. Where was his master? Would he see him again? R2 waited and wondered and longed for his friend. Determined. Rey didn't think, she acted, and the Force flowed freely through her. Evil may have lain ahead, but she was the hope for the future. Rey was determined. Rey was ready. She knew what she had to do. She raised her arm, reached out with the Force, and to her the lightsaber flew. Lonely. A Jedi Master on an island? Luke knows Ahch-To from beach to highland. He knows its caves, its craggy shores. He wanders around and does his chores. He goes to the temple and reads some old books. He sits by himself and sometimes he cooks. The sole human around, the one and the only, he thinks he's okay, but I think he's lonely. Angry. Kylo Ren has anger issues. I think that's safe to say. He smashed his own helmet and ruined an elevator and blew up a hangar bay. Then again, his boss had called him a failure. So can you blame him for being a bit mad? Let's all agree that Snoke is the reason why Kylo's such an angry lad. Frustrated. This frustrated Wookiee's vexation has porgs as its chief aggravation. They're so cute it's cloying. There's nothing more annoying than an adorable porg infestation. Chewie is not happy. Distracted. In the glittery heart of Canto Bight, shining, glittering, glaring bright, Finn is there on a secret mission, but he quickly starts to raise suspicion. He can't stay focused, there's too much to see. From the jewels to the gold, he gasps audibly. So distracted is the starry-eyed Finn. Rose has to remind him why they snuck in. Happy. A pilot and a droid, is there any bond quite so tight? If Poe and BB-8 are apart, something just doesn't feel right. These two are meant to be together. Sure, that may sound sappy, but that's why when they reunite, they are both just so darn happy. Was that the end of the book? I have a bad feeling about this. I thought that was my line. Dear, oh dear. The end. And these are just a couple of the emotions that the Star Wars characters went through. Search your feelings. It's okay, you have lots of feelings throughout the day, and sometimes you may be excited and then suspicious and hopeful and surprised and sad all in the same day. So, my friends, today you searched your feelings the Star Wars way. We hope that you have a great Monday evening, and once again, may the 4th
be with you, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good evening, friends.